ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about nada. You're sitting pretty impatient, girl. No, you gotta put them in hours. Baby, make it harder. You're sending pick after picture, girl. Give me fire. You know I'm always on the night shift, and you can stand these nights alone. Yeah, you don't need no explanation, 'cause baby, all the boys at home. I ain't gotta go to work, 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 but I gotta put in work, 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 work. I ain't gotta go to work, 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 work. Salute, salute. Let's get into this. We'll get started in just a minute. Nice guys finish last. Supremacy in the building. Miss Carolyn in the building. Nothing but sheets in between us. Ain't no getting up early. You know I'm always on the night shift, and you can stand these nights alone. Yeah, you don't need no explanation, 'cause baby, all the boys at home. I ain't gotta go to work, 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 work. Let's get into this. Let's get into this conversation. So I'm checking the news, you know, and it's become very transparent. This is something that's trending. I wanted to talk about a little something different. Barry Ellis, I see you. Nice guys finish last. What you guys think about that? Is that just a cliche statement, or is that actually really happening? Were you the nice guy or the nice woman that finished last? Were you too nice? Is that a thing? Is that such a thing? Can you be too nice? You know, can you be too caring? I saw some videos that I thought were very interesting that I wanted to play in regards to this. Of course, if you don't know the young lady on the screen, that is Meagan Good. She started off with Nickelodeon. She's done several movies, Biker Boys. She was in 50 Cent's, I think, In the Club. I mean, she's done a lot of things. But we also know, salute. Young is in the building. So she's done a lot of things in her career, in her acting career, whatever case may be. But she's definitely been the talk of the town in regards to marrying a pastor, and but she's dated some bad boys. You know, we're gonna get into that conversation or whatever case may be. I appreciate that. Hit that like button. So she's definitely been, the talk of the town, and a lot of people are comparing her to Jada Smith, which is interesting, saying that, they like bad boys, that the nice guys finish last. So I wanted to get into this real quick and see what you guys thought. So I found this first video, and it was basically a guy in the mall who allowed his girlfriend to get picked up. And I wanted to get let me go ahead and do this first. You got to do that first. Let's get that out the way first. Fair use. All right. So there was a gentleman in the mall with his girlfriend and another guy. I don't know if the guy, she knew the guy or what, but I'm going to show you what the guy did in front of the girl's boyfriend or whatever case may be. And you guys tell me what you guys think should have happened, should have been a response. Here we go.
What would you do?
Now, as you can see, he done picked the homie girl up, you know what I'm saying, like that. She having a good time. She looked flattered. He's spinning her around and stuff like that. By the way, this is real. It's not fake. It's really real. Homie right there. Now watch what happened next.
What would you do?
Now, as you can see, he done picked the homie girl up, you know what I'm saying, like that. She having a good time. She looked flattered. He's spinning her around and stuff like that. By the way, this is real. It's
Oh, what would you do?
Now, as you can see, he done picked the homie girl.
Now I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all, but if a man walks up to a female that I'm dating and he picks her up in the mall, it's gonna be a problem. By the time her feet hit the ground, I'm gonna be on them. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. It ain't gonna be no conversation. It's just gonna be a problem. Lovely. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Can you imagine that though? A man. He said this can't be real. It got to be a stunt. I got it, Nikki. Nikki, I got it. Wait. I'm just saying. Can you imagine a gentleman walking up to your girl, picking her up in the mall, and I mean, it would be. I would have to choose violence. I would have to choose violence. But what would you do? Let me know in the comments what you would do. Would you allow? I mean, she don't look like she's fighting him. She don't saying, "Hey, put me down." It's like look at her face. The time of my life. She look like yay. I'm just saying. I mean, she look like she having the time of her life right now. Exactly. Nikki said you ain't touching me. Period. That's on period. Nigga said this got to be a stunt. It might be. It might be. I mean, it might be a stunt. But here's the thing: when you're not expecting something like this, like you and your partner don't have an understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we this is not how we vibe. This is not what we do. You know what I'm saying? So if you're dating a man or a woman that is willing to participate in this type of nonsense, I would tell you to run. You know what I mean? I would tell you to run. Let me see what Young said. Young says, I would have to grab my girl and then push him. Yeah, I mean, as soon as she would have hit the ground, I'd have knocked the kufi off. We'd have been rolling. Like seriously, she ain't calling for help or nothing. You know what I'm saying? She got the time of my life face. Old time in her life face here. That.
Girl up, you know what I'm saying, like that. She having a good time. She looked flattered. He's spinning her around and stuff like that. By the way, this is real. It's not fake. It's really real. Homie right there. Now watch what happened next. All right, so I'm gonna break this down. Number one, it's over for that guy. The boyfriend that was before, he's no longer a boyfriend anymore. At least not in her mentality. She no longer respects that guy because of how he handled the situation. I'm talking about cousin the green, not him. If you ever found yourself in a situation like this, because for some reason when you with a pretty woman, and my wife is attractive. Some dudes feel like that you don't deserve her, even though I do, right? So they'll try to test you and they'll do things to test you, especially when they know they are physically stronger than you.
Player, hold on, player. Don't try to take over my show, player. Don't try to piss tough love off. Let me do my earth talking. I'm gonna let you get your points in. I'm gonna let you get your points of view in, player. Listen, let me tell y'all something. First of all, it's not just the gentleman that's going to test the guy. It's going to be the guy that tests the female. Because that's really what happens. What happens is your significant other, whether male or female, they're the one that's going to be tested. They're the ones that's going to have little hints and innuendos at the gym, at the grocery store, at the job, just to see and feel that person out and see if they're going to take the bait. Now it's up to your significant other not to take the bait. You know what I'm saying? So it's normally not the guy, like it's normally not the guy testing you because you're with the female. It's normally the guy testing your female, because she's with you. You see what I'm saying? And if a guy seems like if they lock in eyes, like I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're dating someone that's very flirtatious, you know what I'm saying? If you're dating someone that's very flirtatious, you need to be aware that they're very flirtatious. Because sometimes people be flirting and they don't even realize that they're flirting. That's just their personality. And some people do it intentionally, but you got to understand what type of person that you're dealing with. Am I dealing with a person that when she goes to the club or he goes to the club, he's going to be flirting with the waitress. He's going to be flirting with the bartender. You see what I'm saying? You got to know exactly what you're dealing with because this could lead to some stress. You know what I'm saying? This could lead to some issues. So you got to know what type of person you're dealing with first and foremost. Let's get back to this.
Or whatever the case is, but just look at her face expression. She's flattered. She's very, very happy. He's literally disrespecting cousin in the green by picking up, and he's picking up his female. Now, if you look over here in the green, cuz is like, with a green jacket, he's like, hey, what are you doing, man? Come on now. And the guy who's picking her up, honestly, is struggling to pick her up. That's not, I'm not even going to, get on him, but he's struggling. Look at him. But she seems to like it. He finally pulls her away, which, in my opinion, I don't think he should have done. And guess how she responds when he pulls that female away from that dude? She responds with flattery. Look at her face. Bro, that's no longer your girl, bruh. That's his girl.
I would have left her ass right there. Bruh, listen, you better hope I ain't breaking to the ball because you've been having to ride back with him. You would have had to catch an Uber. You would have had to catch a Salvation Army lift because ain't no way in hell we was look at her face right now. See you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Man, look at her face. Come on now. Nah, come on. And fellas, you better hope no girl picking you up in the mall. She's definitely. Hell yeah. Bye, Felicia. Hell yeah. Bye, Felicia. Because that right there, she should have been cursing him out. And she didn't have to. Maybe she shouldn't have. Well, he did kind of violate her. I mean, he picked her up in the air. Her butt was all in the air. You know what I'm saying? But see, here's the thing. Why wouldn't he say nothing to the guy, though? That's cowardly. If fellas, if a man picks up your girl and she didn't give him permission to, she don't know the guy, whatever, and you just pull your girl away, why wouldn't you address the man? To me, that would be the manly thing to do. But he pulls her away and she looks back at him like, until next time, boo-boo. Until the next lift, boo-boo. She act like she was in Gone with the Wind the way she looking at him. Right? she act like she's in a straight movie. Yeah, she looks intrigued. You know what I'm saying? I would have left her right there. I wouldn't have pulled her. I'd just walk. As soon as she went in the air and started laughing and giggling, I'd have walked off. For real. Because, I mean, maybe they only been dating for a short time. Like, you don't want the smoke and the static if you only been dating for a week. I mean, I'm just saying. You're not that heavily invested yet. You can walk away. This is the reason to walk away. Because I don't see nothing coming from this except violence and some foolery and shenanigans. But she definitely looked back at him like, hey, boo. Lovely. Thank you very much. Yeah, she beamed in the face. You're right. She looked very intrigued. Let me listen to this other guy and see what he has to say about this. This is kind of weird. It's kind of weird the way she looks at him right there. She's like, he just don't know. He just don't know if we weren't in this mall.
That's his female. Even if she never meets the guy again, in her mind, she's thinking about him. She no longer respects you. So what would I do? Well, if it's my wife, because I'm married, if you picking up my woman, it's on sight. Like, it ain't. But if it was my girlfriend, right? And I was with a girlfriend, and he picked her up, and she happened to like it, homie, that's your girl, bro. I don't want her no more. She belongs to the streets. I don't want her anymore, bro. She's not loyal. She's probably a thought, and I probably never knew it.
So here's the issue. The issue is that you ever been dating someone and they like to go places like without you? No, seriously. They like to take trips without you. They like to go to the club without you. They just like to go out without you. These are the type of things that happen when you're not around. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the type of things that happen when you're not around. These are the type of things that's called. Look. We got somebody in the building says Mount says Shay Mount says, hell yeah, I have. Now listen. No, you got to be mindful of the person that you're dating. We're gonna slow walk this conversation, y'all. You got to be mindful of the person that you're dating because see, here's the thing. This is the reason why you don't get invited on those trips. This is the reason why you don't get invited to the club. This is the reason why they don't want to be seen with you because they know what type of behavior they're gonna get into. See what I'm saying? Now I get it. You want to get out with your girls, you want to get out with your boys, but at some point in time, you guys should be moving, as a team, as a unit, as a couple. But this is the type of behavior that happens when you allow men to disrespect you. See, now this is what happens. Suppose this guy, let's say the guy in the green shirt, or the green jacket wasn't with her, and she allowed this guy to do that. So later on that night, they meet in the club or whatever, and he decides, hey, you let me, pick you up earlier, and you didn't have an issue with it, even though you have a man. And then now all of a sudden at the club, when you got drinks, and the alcohol floating through your system, now suppose the guy in the green don't walk away. Suppose now he's saying, oh hell no, you know what I'm saying? What's going down? What's up? And now it's going to be a confrontation because she didn't correct that behavior. To me, that behavior should have been corrected. She should have said, I don't accept that and I don't appreciate that, right? And he should have addressed him and says that he don't appreciate it and he should have corrected that. But he also should have spoke to that man. And the fact that he didn't, to me, that was cowardly. It wasn't about walking off at that particular moment. It was about addressing him man to man and letting him know, like, nah, this won't be tolerated. Now, of course, I'm saying some people would have chose violence. Some people would have chose violence, but he chose to correct his female's behavior, and she didn't pick him up. Hell, she didn't pick him up. He picked her up. You see what I'm saying? So I think he should have corrected his behavior and addressed the man, and then talk to his woman afterwards.
Thank you for allowing me to see that she was a thought. That's how I'm gonna look at it. Because if homie picks up your woman and she likes it, and you stand around and do nothing, you look like a freaking beta male, a man she don't respect. But say you get to the point where you get irate, you're like, man, get off my woman. You still kind of look irate. The only way you will look, you kind of look like you look corny both ways. If a dude picks your female and she likes it, and you're like, man, get off my woman, you look corny then.
First of all, what type of facial expressions do you need to make it, fellas? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. What type of guy is going to be brave enough to what are you wearing that someone says, yeah, he's wearing a type of clothes that let me disrespect him and his girl? Like, what does your woman wear that says she is ready to be picked up right now? Like, does she got her toes out? Is it a sundress season? I don't get it. Like, yeah, it's disrespectful in all ways. But my thing about, like, what would make someone say, this couple, I can violate this couple, I can disrespect this couple, ain't nothing gonna happen? This guy wasn't with 20 guys. It was him, solo dolo, picking up your girl. Like, I don't know if I'd have put that pressure to her, you know what I'm saying, like that. You know what I'm saying? I think I would have applied pressure to him, but if she would have looked back at him and smiled like that, to me, I don't know. Maybe I would have, I don't know. I would have released the Kraken. I'd have released the Kraken in that motherfucker, for real. You know what I'm saying? Shake my head, that's crazy. Yeah, I think I misunderstood what you were saying. Yeah, I get you. I'm glad you're here. I'm about to drop this link in a few, though. So if you guys want to join the conversation, feel free to join the conversation. I know people just getting off of work, but I wanted to get this conversation in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, crackhead strength. He barely could get her up, though. I mean, it wasn't like he lifted her up all smooth. I mean, I know he's going to have back problems. His lower back is going to be hurting. He's going to need some Epsom salt or something. Let's get into this, though.
And if you stand around, you're like, hey, come on now, don't do that. You look corny both ways. The only way you don't look corny is if he picks her up and she feels uncomfortable and you step in and is like, yo, get off my girl, and you push him off. That's the only way she'll respect you. Because in that case, she feels like you protected her. She felt uncomfortable and she needed you to save the day, and you came in and saved the day. But I feel like that's the only way that would make you look powerful. That's really my honest opinion. Let me know what y'all think. But, you know what I'm saying?
What's up, you guys?
I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. Listen, I'm gonna be real with y'all. You're gonna have to do something. Like, you're gonna have to do something. You know what I mean? I don't think that just saying, yo, bro, get off my girl. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think that once she was going up in the air and she realized what was happening, she should have immediately said, put me down, And then once she got put down, old boy should have then pulled his girl to the side and just told old dude, like, what the, I'm saying, something. Some shit, he should have got a security guard. He should have called 911 or 985 or something. Should have called somebody. You know what I'm saying? It just, I don't know. Maybe he should have threw his jacket on the ground. You know, he should have said, I'm about to piss somebody off. He should have said something to him. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into the actual topic or whatever, because it leads me into the actual topic. Ladies and gentlemen, do nice guys finish last? Now this topic has been kind of floating around on different social media sites, and people are comparing this woman, Meagan Good, to Jada Pickett, saying that, you know what, they don't want nice guys, they want the bad boys. You know, and I wanted to kind of dig a little bit deeper because I wasn't familiar about who all she dated and all that other stuff or whatever. Last thing I knew that, you know what I'm saying, she was with this gentleman right here. I forgot his name. But you know, they was happy. You know, they were living their best life. You know what I'm saying? It was good. Every time I saw her, you know, she seemed like, you know, she was okay. You know, she seemed like she was okay. You know, but I heard it's a lot of things floating around saying you can't turn a hoe into a housewife and she for the streets and all that other stuff. So I wanted to talk to you guys about this and see what you thought about this or whatever case may be. So let's get into this, man. Let's get into this. Miss Meagan Good. Let's see what it says.
So, for the past 4 months or so, I've been covering the separation and subsequent divorce of Meagan Good and Devon Franklin, who were married for 9 years before filing for divorce. They reportedly separated in August, prior to Megan's 40th birthday, and Devon went on to file for divorce in December of 2021. Well, I'm here with an update on the case. And actually, I have two updates. One regarding the divorce and one regarding Meagan Good allegedly, heavy on the allegedly, dating a new man. So we'll start with the new man and then get into the divorce update. HipHopMag.com reports Meagan Good has a non-black boyfriend dating a battle rapper named Disaster. Actress Meagan Good decided to end her marriage last year. Okay, this is wrong already. It says that she filed to divorce Devon, but actually it was the other way around. Devon filed to divorce Meagan. And now Meagan's got a new man and he's a battle rapper. Meg and battle rapper Disaster are reportedly dating. The two started off as workout partners.
Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. Golly. So check this out. So she goes from a battle rapper
Partners in the Los
to
Angeles area.
I'm sorry, she goes from a preacher to a battle rapper. This is crazy. Jesus Christ. This is crazy. This is crazy. I hear you. You know, you say, you know, good women finish last too. I agree. I agree. That's why I want to have a conversation. You know, do good people finish last? But this is crazy to me. Like, this is, I mean, it's talking about extreme. That's an extreme. You go from a pastor to a battle rapper. You go from somebody who say put the guns down to somebody that says pew 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 pew. Huh? That's weird. I happen to know about Disaster or whatever. Interesting guy. Interesting guy out of California. That's crazy. That is crazy. Like, I mean, you know what's so funny, man? And that's why I said you really have to know the person that you're dating, because for her to do something extreme as that, to go from a pastor who's kind of like, you know, probably, he ain't out there just saying whatever. He's kind of watching, how he portrays himself in the public and how he moves in front of his congregation, and being a role model, and to go to somebody that's like, yo, I don't care, it's about smoking weed, it's about saying whatever, calling women out their names. And it's just interesting that you would go and start dating a guy like this So my thing is, do you feel like this was always her persona? She settled for the good guy. Maybe she settled for the good guy. Maybe Jada Pickett settled for the good guy. But all in all, she wanted the bad boy. And I think this is a clear indication that people may settle for the good person, but really long for the bad person, really long for that bad boy or that bad girl. And I think this is a clear indication of that. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back into it.
area, but now people close to both Megan Disaster believe the two are dating. They say here are pics of them together that the battle rapper posted on Twitter, along with the caption, "Are you mad?" And now he may have updated the caption. Now the caption reads, "Twitter people, how mad are you on a scale of 1 to infinity?" And the men are mad. The men are mad. Like this person who responded, "I'm low key hating." And then somebody
Just find this very interesting because these guys were actually shown. I think it was Ebony. With Ebony, let me see here. Oh yeah, it was Ebony. I think it said power couples. No, celebrate black love. So it's very interesting. She doesn't look real happy in this photo, y'all. She doesn't look real happy in this photo. So again, she's had her shot in the dark in reference to different dating different guys. I think this has been kind of like the most clean cut guy she's dated, I think, publicly. So dating this pastor, and here's the thing, let's be real. It has to be daunting to date somebody who's a man of God. It has to be, a bit daunting, like to keep that first lady persona up, to keep the, I ain't cursing and I ain't this and I ain't that. It has to be daunting because this is a woman who is very comfortable in her sexuality, who is very comfortable showing off her body. So it's interesting that, can you imagine this being the first lady of the church? And then him having to defend her. You know, I mean, I'm sure for both of them it was daunting. Hey, this might be crazy because she's used to dating bad boys. She used to being, with bad boys. So to go live this life, a lot of people were saying Sierra and Russell Williams, was another thing. She was dating Future, and then she went and got a clean cut guy. So, you know, good guys finish last? Do good guys finish last? I think that she had to do a lot of changing to be with this guy. Do you think Jada Pickett had to do a lot of changes to be with Will Smith? And a lot of people are comparing Will Smith, Sierra, and also Meagan Good, saying that in most cases that the nice guys finish last. But of course, we know Sierra is still married, and thriving. But you know, is she longing for the bad boy? Is she longing for the bad boy? Is she for the streets? Or did she really find love in the person that she was dealing with? So it really didn't matter if he was a bad boy or not. He just came at the right time. He showed her a different side of life. Let's get back into it. Let's see.
else responded, "I'm not low key anything. I'm just hating right now. Forget low key." So it's not clear if Meagan Good and this rapper slash trainer are really dating or if they're both just playing around. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think this is Megan's new man? Is this why she's letting him post pictures of her? Or do you think it's a joke? Leave a comment and share your thoughts. What do you think about her going from preacher Devon Franklin to battle rapper slash trainer Disaster? All right. So, secondly, I do have an update on their divorce proceedings. This is a court update. Previously, Devon Franklin filed for divorce, and then he filed a document for Meagan Good to disclose her financial information. And at this point, he is trying to get a default divorce judgment from Meagan because you don't see where Meagan, if you look at their court case, you don't see where Meagan is actually responding. You see where Devon has a lawyer and he's, filing these documents, but there's nothing where Meagan is filing documents and answering him.
Let me ask y'all some questions real quick. What do you think happened between them to make him want to file a divorce from Meagan Good? What do you think was happening in their situation that made this pastor wanted to file a divorce from Meagan Good? What do you think happened? What do you think happened? Like I noticed in a lot of her photos, let me see. Let me check something out. Let me see. I don't know. I don't know. She looks there, but don't look happy, if that makes sense. She looks there in the moment, but she don't look happy. You know what I'm saying? And I can definitely attest to that. Being somewhere where you're really not happy, you're just kind of going through the motions. Hey, you handle your role, I'll handle my role, and we'll meet somewhere in the middle. And I feel like for her to have dated 50 Cent, to have dated, these other men that, of course, 50 Cent, I don't think he was as refined as he is now in regards to kind of wearing, suit jackets and stuff like that. We got kind of like guys like this, that she was out with, so to kind of move into the suit and tie, and sports jacket type feel or whatever case be, of course that's a bit different. But what do you think happened between these guys where they said, well, hey, enough's enough, I'm done, I'm done? Do you think that, she partied too much? Do you feel like he, do you think that she got tired of trying to play the good wife and trying to be, subtle and politically correct all the time? Do you think that, being a first lady was too much pressure for her? Because I think we've all saw that, she's now out on the town. I think a lot of people do that, especially, I don't think it's just Hollywood though. The second you get out of a relationship, the first thing you want to do is, well, let me redo my hair and let me, get a new car. Or it's almost like you're going through a midlife crisis and you got to let everybody know how well off you are now. You notice that people do that. Like they got to let everybody know how happy they are now to be out the situation. He said they both tried. I believe so. I believe so. Miss Curlin, she said she wasn't in love with him. She was present with him. She was present. She was in the moment. She was doing the things that she needed to do to get back by, and she was doing the things that she needed to do to stand alongside of him. But at some point in time, you get tired of living a facade. You get tired of holding up a mantle that you don't want to hold. You just want to, you just want to be you. You want to be you. I think one of the issues was, I think she's in a new movie called Harlem something, and I think that like they like in the script they had her like looking in some guy's butthole or something, and I think that was something too when they were shooting that he had an issue with or whatever, and she was like, hey, I'm down to do it, and he was like, oh hell no, not against the hairs on my chin. You know what I'm saying? So she was down to do, these acting roles that he was against. I know that was a big thing. Riding Dirty, what's going on, brother? So she, the real question is, are we getting with people that we mesh with, or are we getting with people that's just for the now? There's a lot of women, that say, hey, once I reach a certain age, I want to be married. I want to have the kids. I want to have the house with the white picket fence, and it's just like, well, hey, this guy comes along. He's good enough. This nice guy, the guy that's been trying to get your number all this time, the guy that's been smiling at you every time, you go out to get your mail, or the guy that's always in the corner looking at you at the gym. That's the guy you end up settling with. You know what I mean? That's the guy you end up settling with. The guy that was persistent, but he probably wasn't handsome. He was persistent, but he probably didn't have a lot of money. You just ended up settling for someone, Let's see what he said. At a certain age, money doesn't. Oh, click that off too fast. Hold on. At a certain age, money doesn't matter as much as happiness. I believe that. I believe that. I was talking to a woman and she said, when she starts dating again, she's gonna date her ugly guy. She said she said she's gonna start dating the ugly guy. For real. She said she don't want them problems. For real. She wants somebody that's gonna be loyal to her and she ain't gotta worry about fighting over. For real. Jenny says it looks like a convenience marriage. She may wanted to change her image and he needed a pretty wife to show off. You might be right. You might be right. You might be right. You might be right. That's a good point. That's a good point. Industry and church don't mix. You're right. You're right. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there are a lot of roles that you're going to have to take where, you're doing certain things, whether that's kissing another female or, just do whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure that went against his beliefs, even though I did hear him say something about, they were on a talk show and he somebody asked no, matter of fact, they asked him, how do you feel about your wife wearing the things that she wear? And he cut the lady off like dead in the middle of her thing. He said, well, my wife's for me. My wife ain't for you. My wife's for me. And as long as she's for me, he gave this real quick, stand up for your wife speech. And, there's a lot of people start cheering and start, getting excited. But that has to weigh a toll on a female, especially when you're accustomed to looking a certain type of way. You're very comfortable with your sexuality. Everybody's has to be judging you, especially if you're handsome or whatever, and you're attractive, and of course, you got these old ladies in the church. They don't want your young, vibrant wife walking around half naked. Because guess what? While they're lusting after the pastor, guess what their husbands are doing? They're lusting after the first lady. You see what I'm saying? So I'm sure that created some type of turmoil or friction inside the church. Salute to everybody in the chat. If you guys are just coming in right now, the conversation is about, do nice guys finish last? But as the chat pointed out, hey, women finish last too. Nice women finish last too. So do nice people finish last? Do nice people finish last? And I truly believe that some of them do. And I'm gonna talk about why I think that nice people finish last here in a minute. Let's get back to this video.
Like, you don't see where she's actually responding. And so he filed, him and his lawyer filed a request to enter default. He requested financial information from her, but it says a completed income and expense declaration or financial statement is not attached. You see the little X where it said it is not attached, because she's not really responding. She's not turning in documents. She's not really responding. And then he goes on, him and his lawyer go on to check off, there have been no changes since the previous filing. The issues subject to disposition by the court in this proceeding are the subject of a written agreement, which means they likely have a prenup. He said there are no issues of child, spousal, or partner support or attorney fees and costs subject to determination by the court. And the petition does not request money, property costs, or attorney fees. He just wants a divorce from Meagan. Like, that's it. That's all. He just wants a divorce. And even though he's requesting this default judgment, it actually was not approved. He did not get the default judgment. The next court document is a notice of rejection of request for entry of default. So it's a decline of a default judgment. And it says your request for proof of service / request for entry of default in the above entitled action is rejected for the following reasons. Item 3 of the request to enter default cannot be a third party or in care of. There is no response or substitution of attorney on file, must be addressed to respondent. So he didn't address it correctly. It's kind of like I would say like an admin issue. Like, he didn't address it correctly, so he didn't get the default. More than likely, I'm sure they'll refile and file it correctly and get the default judgment. A default divorce, which is what a lot of people do. A lot of people don't respond to divorce proceedings. And it looks like Meagan Good may be taking that route. Like, if you want a divorce, you can have it, do it. Devon is not requesting any money from her. Whatever they have in their prenuptial agreement, allegedly, is what they have. But it doesn't look like he wants anything from her other than a divorce. And according to these reports, Meagan Good may be moving on. I'm not sure what to make of this. If I think it's a joke or not. Part of me, like a large part of me, thinks it's a joke. It was posted on April 2nd. So maybe they're trying to do a late April Fool's Day joke. But then a part of me is like, maybe she's just having some fun. So leave a comment and let me know what you think about it. As always, thanks for watching.
Meagan Good.
What y'all think about that having fun shit? What y'all think about that having fun shit? I'm telling you, man, people do not wait to heal. Do you understand what I'm saying? They said the best way to get over someone is to get under somebody else, somebody new. People do not wait to heal. They are quick to give up the vagina and give up the penis. I'm telling you, quick. They do not. It's like and that's why when you date somebody, salute. That's why when you date somebody, you get those people that sit down with you and the first thing they tell you is about their ex. I'm like, you're thinking that this happened a year ago. You're thinking that this happened 3 years ago, 19 years ago. Yeah, I just got out of the relationship. When? Yesterday. I was like, what the? Yesterday? What are you doing out? What are you doing out? What are you doing out? Yes, she's definitely gorgeous. She's definitely gorgeous. She's definitely gorgeous. Definitely gorgeous. But what are you doing out right now? What are you doing out in the club? And I get it. People want to, kind of let their hair down and, live their best life. Listen to some music, mingle. Everybody kind of goes through whatever, breakup. They go through it differently. Like people go through it, they party it away, so that way they can kind of numb the pain, get a little alcohol, get a little fun, you know. Well, you got to be mindful that you don't give somebody the blueprint to your vagina and to your penis because you're just trying to have fun. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that you tread lightly because a lot of times those one night stands turn into situationships where now babies are being born, of course out of wedlock, but into situations where you find you don't even like the person that you're dealing with. They just were available at the time, because you were going through something but did not allow yourself to heal. So guess what? That Patron or that Hennessy that you was drinking, now they became the number one candidate. But you didn't know that they lacked ambition for life. You didn't know that they had bad attitudes because of course that night they were Mr. Everything. They was Mrs. Everything. So now you're in a situation where it's like, damn. But I just find it very interesting that, Meagan Good, if she's dating a battle rapper, is very interesting because you go from preacher to battle rapper. You're talking about different spectrums, But of course, with that battle rapper, she's now able to be wild. She's now able to kind of be, whatever it is that she wants to be. And I think that's what happens in life. I think what happens is if like just say that you're like a serious person, you're a person that you value credit, you value ownership, you value being an entrepreneur. And if you're dating someone that don't value those things, when they get out of a relationship, they're probably not going to find somebody like you. They're probably not going to seek out someone that don't value the severity for life. Like they're gonna look for some. You ever notice someone that says, "Well, I want to be with somebody fun." You know what I'm saying? I want to be with somebody fun. Like I've met women and I've talked to women. Like I want to be with somebody fun. And it's like, well, what does that mean? Like I know a woman right now. Like her whole thing is like gotta be a part of the party. Gotta every time you turn around, it's always I want to go here and I want to do this and I want to do this. And it's like, man, your priorities are messed up. Your priorities are messed up. Everything it's about the next party versus handling your things that you need to handle, personally. Oh, I'll get to that bill later, or I'll do that later, and I'll do this later. It's like where's the next party at? Like she's all on Instagram looking for the next party. She's all trying to let me go over here and be this socialite over here. And it's always interesting to me because these people, it's almost like partying for them is the next high. It's like that next hit. It's like that next hit. I need to be a part of this situation so I can feel high. You know what I'm saying? And I don't. It's nothing wrong with wanting to be a socialite, but when you take it to the extreme of you ignore your responsibilities, there's something definitely that you have to look at. You know. But let's get into this right here. This is a little rundown of the type of men Meagan Good have dated or whatever. And I don't think there's only I think there's only one pastor that's in the pasture. Shout out to Jenny. So we're gonna find out, the type of man that Meagan Good has dated and let's see what happens.
Good. American actress and model Meagan Good is one of the most successful actresses in America. She has made appearances in several movies and TV shows, such as Think Like a Man, the NBC drama series Deception, Anchorman 2, The Legend Continues, Venom, One Missed Call, Saw 5, The Unborn, among others. Away from her career, Meagan Good has been involved in several romantic relationships. She's dated famous celebrities who are successful in their own fields. Just who are the famous celebrities who Meagan Good has dated? Join us as we bring you famous celebrities Meagan Good has dated. Devon Franklin. Meagan Good has been married to film producer, Seventh-day Adventist, preacher, author, and motivational speaker Devon Franklin since 2012.
Wait a minute. I didn't know he was a Seventh-day Adventist. She go to church on Saturday. That's why the relationship don't work, y'all. That was her party night. She going to church on Saturday. Oh man. Oh my God. That just threw off I understand now. I get it, Megan. I get it. Devon, listen, bro. Listen, if you went to church on Sunday, it possibly could have worked out. But you went to church on Saturday. You went to church on Saturday. That means Friday night you had to go to sleep early. So you took Friday and Saturday away from Megan. She wasn't trying to hear that. She was not trying to hear that. I'm telling you right, it's but so many times she gonna miss Fridays and Saturday nights. In Hollywood? What? Oh, hell no. I didn't know you was a 7-day Adventist, man. I could have told you that. Next time you need to call me, player. I'm telling you, you need to call me. Because I don't think she was ready to give up the whole every weekend to go to church. A 7-day Adventist, you go to church on Saturday, player. Friday night, you in the house before 9. Huh? She used to get ready at 10:30 to leave the house. You in the house at 9 p.m. talking about let's say our hymns and go to sleep. I'm just saying. Yeah, I get it. From her growing up in Hollywood, she's actually kind of Yeah, I get it. But I'm telling you, I think that there's a certain lifestyle when you're accustomed to certain things. Like take me for instance. Like, a few years ago, I was like in a situation where I was kind of just, just living my life carefree. Well, I'm kind of living my life carefree now, but I just like, just it didn't really matter to me when I went out, what time I went out, or whatever case may be. You know what I'm saying? Before my little ones came, so it was like, okay, hey, it's Wednesday, I'm gonna go out. It's Thursday, I'm gonna go out. It's Saturday, But it's like once you know what I'm saying, you get more responsibility, you have to fine tune things. And I think that by her being the wife, the first lady of a church, she definitely had to reassess what it is that was a priority in her life. You see what I'm saying? Especially to be married to this guy. And I'm sure they had long and, extensive conversations where it's like, hey, you can't do this if we're going to be married. She's either going to accept it or not. She's either going to accept it or not. Here we go.
The couple met on the set of the movie, the 2011 film, Jumping the Broom. They dated for several months before tying the knot in June 2012. Good and Franklin said their I do's at a winery in Malibu. She said that her marriage was a preordained by God. The couple have enjoyed each other's company for the 8 years they have been together. They have celebrated marriages, anniversaries together, birthdays, and other important days together. We wish them the best in their marriage. Soulja Boy. Meagan Good, her list of boyfriends has no shortage of famous celebrities. She was romantically
Ladies and gentlemen, let me be the first one to tell you that I am disgusted at this. This is disgusting. What's on his lip? What the hell? This is the man. I tell you, man. Money has its his perks and privileges. Definitely has the perks and privileges. This is just ridiculous. Oh my, this is disgusting. I didn't even know this. I'm pissed off. I didn't even let me hurry get this off the screen. This is ridiculous.
Involved with Soldier Boy. When the two began dating, they kept details about their relationship private. Soldier Boy and Meagan Good didn't admit to being in a relationship until they broke up. Their fans were in the dark about the pair, however, they didn't last. They broke up after only 1 month and had a feud. In a Twitter feud, after the breakup, she alleged that the rapper was gay and had no kind words to say about him.
Oh my god. So she got tired of him, not the Christmas gift. Yeah, this is just I listen, man, as we break this down and we talk about, do nice guys finish last or whatever. And I don't know if this guy is a nice guy or not. I'm just his whole persona to me is of a guy who got popular and then got tough. Like his whole persona says that. He got popular and then, you know what I'm saying, he got tough. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's on his mouth. That just comes from trying to fit in. Trying to fit in. Yeah, I have no idea what's on this guy's mouth. That is nasty. That is nasty or whatever. And I don't know what that is in the middle of his forehead either. That's crazy too. Like these guys are just, you got to be rich. Hey, you got to be a millionaire to do stuff like this. To know that you ain't gotta. Hey, yeah, this is crazy.
They aired their dirty linen in public and made celebrity gossip sites have something to write about with their nasty relationship. Nick Cannon. Another celebrity Meagan Good has dated is Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon and Meagan Good, they dated from April to August 2006. She's been seen on television and in films for years, which include Think Like a Man, Anchorman 2, The Legend Continues.
Damn, she dated Nick Cannon. What the hell? She lucky she ain't get no baby. Nick Cannon out here, boy, he's shooting up the club. Nick Cannon is shooting the club up. For real. He is shooting the club up. For real. Her birth control must be on level X-Man rated. For real. Shoot. Nick Cannon, boy. Okay. All right. All right. I'm not too mad at that though. I'm not too mad at that. Nick got a little level of corny. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. Nick got a level of corny to him and Soldier Boy. So right now we going corny, and then she dated a pastor, who definitely wasn't a bad boy. So there's a level of corniness right here. There's a level of corniness going through this whole thing, right? A little quirkiness, a little quirkiness. Let's say I ain't gonna say corny. I'm gonna say quirkiness. Let's do that. Let's just be fair. Let's be fair. Miss Curlin says, who hasn't dated Nick Cannon? Miss Curlin dated Nick Cannon too, y'all. Antonia dated Nick Cannon too, okay? Hell, I dated Nick Cannon. Everybody dated Nick Cannon, okay? Right? Everybody, the lady that worked at your school's, your child's school, the lunch lady, she dated Nick Cannon, okay? Everybody has dated Nick Cannon.
Venom Saw 5 and Shazam, just to name a few. Nick Cannon treated her like the queen that she is, he spoiled her with gifts. However, their relationship couldn't stand the test of time, and the two separated in August 2006. Jamie Foxx. Another high-profile relationship Meagan Good was involved in was with Jamie Foxx. They were a wonderful couple. They were even caught smooching in front of a hotel at the Beverly Hills.
I don't know about this one. This one seems a little creepy to me. This one seems a little creepy to me, y'all. I'm sorry. This seems a little creepy to me. How old is Jamie Foxx? This just seems creepy to me. This just seems creepy to me. I don't know, y'all. This seems creepy. I don't know. I don't know how old. I don't even know how old she is, but this just seems creepy. This don't seem right to me. Let me hurry up and get past this. This seems a little crazy to me, right? Like he went to the high school. Was like you, come with me, for real. Antonio says our baby due next up. What y'all gonna name him? Y'all gonna name your baby Wildin' out? What y'all gonna what you gonna name the what you gonna name that baby? DC Young Fly?
Hills Hotel. They had a wonderful PDA and loved each other so much. Jamie Foxx, being a ladies' man, treated her like the queen that she is. He gave her expensive gifts, he took her for vacations. However, as time went by, the couple's love life started fading and they separated. Good later blamed the end of their relationship as the constant attention from photographers. LeBron James. LeBron James had a secret affair with actress Meagan Good.
Hell?
His former girlfriend Adrienne Ball.
What in the hell? Bruh. You see how you just be minding your business and things. I didn't know she dated goddamn LeBron Bron. Oh man. You talk about this. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. I don't even know what to say about this. This is crazy. She dated King James. Okay, I see it now. King James, and then she went and dated the pastor. I get it now. It's a correlation. It's a connection if you look at it. It's a connection. Okay? It's a connection to the Lord. Okay? It's a connection to the crown. to the big man upstairs. I get it. She wanted a pastor's touch. It was a pastor's touch. It was a pastor's touch. I get you. I understand. I get it. Here we go. Let's get through this.
Revealed that LeBron James cheated on her with Meagan Good. Reports suggest that the NBA star dated her in 2004. The two had a wonderful time together, but their relationship could not lead to marriage, as she was a side chick. They separated, but still remain good friends. 50 Cent. 50 Cent reportedly dated Meagan Good, who starred in his video for 21 Questions from 2001 to 2002. The actress and the rapper dated for an entire year. Funny thing about their relationship, Meagan said she did not want anyone to know they were dating because at the time, she had a good girl reputation while 50 Cent was the baddest boy in town.
Very interesting. She didn't want people to know because she had a good girl's reputation. You know what's so interesting about certain things is like when you have this image and you want to portray this image or whatever, and then publicly you want to have another image. Is 50 Cent the type of man that she would want to be with? I mean, now is he the type of man that she would want to be with now? It's a good question.
She didn't want their relationship to jeopardize her career. Tyrese Gibson. Tyrese Gibson and Meagan Good dated from August 1998 to April 2006. At that time, Tyrese was not as big as he is right now. They enjoyed every moment of their relationship, before they later split when Tyrese became famous and was very busy. Thanks for watching.
She done been all around the world. She done did. She did everybody. Huh? Jesus did it everybody, y'all. She did it everybody, man. So yeah, let me get my little spiel, man, before I get up out of here in reference to nice guys and nice women finishing last. I guess you never really know what a person is capable of. I guess you never really know what the down the road looks like. And I just want to give you guys some encouragement or whatever, that's out there, that's dating now, that's actively, pursuing someone, get to know them, get to know their likes and dislikes, get to know, what drives them, make sure that you outline the things that's important to you in reference to, what you're trying to achieve, you know, what it is that you really want out the relationship or whatever. And then watch their mannerisms. How are they around other people? Do they have to be the life of the party? Do they have to be the loudest person in the room? Do they invite you places? Or do they try to keep you a secret? Like it's certain things that you should watch the person that you're dating with to find out, a little bit more about them. Because I think that couples who have an issue with expressing their feelings, or that are easily raveled, like there may be a certain level of insecurities there or whatever. I think that you guys should focus on you guys before you start being out and active. Because if you don't have a good rapport with the person that you're dating, I can be honest with you, man, you're always going to be at odds. You're always going to be at, on thin ice. When you can't go out and let your hair down and just have a good time because the person you're with is insecure, that's going to always be stressful. That's going to always promote a level of anxiety. So learn the person that you're with, learn what drives them, learn what propels them, learn what type of person they are. But do good people finish last? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But they only finish last because they never really knew their partner. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. They only finish last because you never really knew your partner. Therefore, the signs, because I'm sure you saw some red flags. You saw some red flags before that shit went left. They were telling you exactly who they were, but you wasn't listening. Just like in the beginning when we saw that female get picked up by that other gentleman, and the guy was like, "Oh my God," like looking dumbfounded. Come on, man, that was always in her. That was always in her to do. Those are the type of actions that happen when you're not around. A lot of times when you have conversations and it's about the what ifs or the woulda, shoulda, couldas, you can always listen to a person's response about how they would treat certain things and act. Like, what I like to do sometimes? I like to watch certain types of movies, you know what I'm saying? And then ask a person, what would you do in this situation? Because I think those are the perfect setups for a conversation. And then depending on what they say, lets me know what type of things that they're into and what type of things that they would accept. Like if I was dating a woman who says, well, it's okay for a guy randomly to come pick me up, I would definitely have an issue with that. Like this wouldn't be moving. We definitely wouldn't be moving forward. We definitely wouldn't be moving forward. Or let's just say we out and about or whatever, and you're on a date and you got a guy for some reason across the bar. He's sending the girl that you with drinks. Should she accept the drinks? I would say no. I mean, I would say if I invited you out or whatever, hey, drinks on me, let's have a good time, etc. So you accepting drinks from another guy, and then vice versa, a guy accepting drinks from a female. Like if they make an excuse like it would be rude to send it back. No, you refuse that because it's disrespectful. And I think that when people make excuses for disrespect, it shows you the character of that person. It shows you, especially when they do it in front of your face, because here's the thing. If they do it in front of your face, imagine what level of disrespect they would do behind your back. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are in a relationship, be mindful of the person that loves to go places without you. Be mindful of the person that loves to say, oh yeah, I'm going over here and I'm going to do this and I'm going to yada, yada, yada. I'm telling you, be mindful, because they don't want to be around you because they want to be the wild them. They want to be the disrespectful them. And then normally what happens is those people, they go somewhere, they wild out for the night, right? Or they wild out for the weekend, or they wild out for whatever. Then they come back, and knowing that they've done some things that would be looked at as a taboo, now they blame you. Now those are the type of people that say, well, let me check your phone, and why is she looking at you, or why is he looking at you? So those are the type of people that are now going to be extra judgmental to you because they realize that they've already crossed that line. So just be mindful for that, and this is a lot of ways that good men and women won't get taken advantage of by taking the time to learn their partner, learn how they maneuver the details. You know, does the guy that you with, every time he goes out, does he have to spark up a conversation with all the females that come around him? Any female that comes in his vicinity, does he have to spark a conversation? Is he constantly giving them compliments? Is he constantly looking for a way to touchy feely? Like, I mean, you have to watch him. Like, is he constantly booty watching? Huh? Is he constantly looking at ass while he's standing in front of you? I can tell you that whatever he does in front of you, it is 10 times worse when you're not there. Hold on, ladies, you're not gonna get off on that. Go get off on that easy. Is she constantly like does she have to be the life of the party? Is it all eyes on me? And it's not in a good way. She's not a singer, she's not a dancer, she's not an actress. She's just a regular person and she needs attention. Well, here's the thing: if you're there with someone else, why would you need the attention of other men in a party? Why would you need attention from other men at the bar? You see what I'm saying? So you need to, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And I'm not saying it's bad to want attention. I'm saying that if you're there at a party with the person that you came with, I can see if you're single and you're there by yourself. But if you're there, then you should treat the person that you're there with respect and be mindful. I'm telling you, be mindful that when you go out and you leave the other person at home, or you never invite them, when they wake up and know their worth and they understand the value of self-worth, they're going to look at you differently. They're going to look at you differently, because how can you be the life of the party and you've already showcased this is what you do? So you're being the life of the party while they're nowhere around. Well, there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that, because you're getting your flirt on, you're getting your number on, right? These are the people that jump in your DMs, and I always say you keep the vagina in a glass jar. You keep the penis in a glass jar. Well, the glass jar is your DMs. Is your secret account. Oh, do you got Instagram? Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna send you a friend request on Instagram. So they done met this person about a month ago in a club one night or whatever, right? And they stay in touch. So the second that you have a situation in your relationship, guess where they go? They go to the glass jar. Come on now. I'm about to piss somebody off. They go to the glass jar. They go to the glass jar, to the smorgasbord, which is the glass jar. And they say, well, I'm going to hit her up. I'm going to hit him up. And they meet at the same club they met at before. And they have the time of their life when they meet up. You want to know why? Because guess what? They've been going to that glass jar for weeks, months, days, hours, minutes, seconds, and they've been complaining about their relationship. They've been complaining about how the other person is at fault and how the other person is toxic, how the other person is a narcissist, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But never understanding and really giving a true example of, guess what? You was Meagan Good. You was never happy in the first place. You was Jada Pinkett. You was never happy in the first place. You just settled. Ladies and gentlemen, how many of you all are settling? How many of you all are settling? This is good for the moment. This is good for the meantime, the meanwhile. And then you wake up one morning and you're like, what the hell am I doing? I don't like the person that I'm with. I don't like the person that I'm married to. And then all of a sudden you start looking elsewhere. You look elsewhere for that comfort. You look elsewhere for that consistency, that spontaneous combustion. You start to look towards others. Wow, he has a nice smile. Wow, she has a nice smile. And then all of a sudden your partner can do no good. Everything they do annoys you. The way they eat, the way they talk, the things they watch on television, how they sleep, how they chew. I mean, everything annoys you now, and you look for more and more reasons to separate. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go out with my girls. It's my birthday. I'm just gonna go out. Wow, you gonna celebrate your girl your birthday with your girls? Yeah, we're gonna go on a cruise. Okay, red flag. Mayday. That's a red flag, fellas. That's a red flag. When the people that you're dating, whether it's a man or a woman, and they want to celebrate special events with other people that's not you, they don't want you around. They'll see you when they get home. They'll see when they get back. That's a red flag. So if you don't want to be the person that's finishing last, notice the red flags. Notice the things that they say that they want to be okay. Well, it's okay if I go out every weekend with my girls. It's okay that I stay out till 3 a.m. It's okay if I don't come home, right? Come on now, you're a nice guy. You're a nice female. Come on, I can do you like that, right? Come on, I just want to get out, let my hair down a little bit. It's been a long week. No. I don't want you to go with me. I just want to go out by myself. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's not too many people that's going to go out and sit in the corner by themselves. And you should question your relationship if someone wants to go out and mix and mingle with everybody else, but they want to make sure that you're not around. If you don't want to finish last, ladies and gentlemen, whether you're a man or a woman, then you need to look for those signs that say, hey, listen, either this person wants to deal with me and build with me and chill with me, or they want to get rid of me or use me. Forget pocket watching. You talking about pocket tapping. I'm going to use you for a place to stay. I'm going to use you for gas money. I'm going to use you for this and I'm going to use you for that. They ain't serious about you. If they were serious about you, their actions would show that. Their communications would show that. How many times you're dating somebody or whatever, and they're more interested in conversating on Instagram than they're actually having a conversation with you? Am I speaking to somebody right now? Come on now. I'm just saying, ladies, you dated a man or whatever case may be? You ever dated a man? Salute, Point Blank Travel. Salute. You guys, if you haven't been to Point Blank Travel's channel, definitely a good brother to reach out to, for traveling tips, so credit cards, all types of good stuff over there. So y'all make sure y'all go check them out. Point Blank Travel. Y'all check them out. But yeah, this is a perfect opportunity for nice guys and nice women, not to finish last. Notice those red flags. Ask the tough questions. Look at details. And I ain't saying be a private investigator. I'm just saying that at some point in time, you got to look at things and say, let me look at this objectively. Why don't you have all of this energy when you're around me? Why aren't you talkative around me? Why aren't you happy around me? Why aren't you smiling around me? If they have to do those things with other people and they don't want you around, then bingo. Some of you guys are sitting in the house with people who won't spark a conversation up to save their life. But the minute the phone rings, they got everything to say. I appreciate that, Lisa D. You're awesome. Thank you very much. The link is in the description box. Go check out Point Blank Travel. The phone rings like, oh, let's get our conversation on. But they sit in the house with you for 2 days and 2 nights and won't say nothing. I think that, oh, no problem. I just think that to me, that's why a lot of nice guys and nice women, nice people, they finish last because they never ask the hard question, because people don't want to be alone. People are afraid to be alone. They're afraid to learn themselves. They're afraid to hear silence. They have to have somebody around them, whether it's good or bad. They just have to have another body there. They don't want that silence. That's why they always stay in a crowd. That's why they always stay at a lounge or in a bar. You always see them in this party atmosphere, in this party mode, because they're really trying to escape something that has happened or something that's going on called reality. And you have to be mindful of when you catch someone in regards to dating, where they at in life. They seem so full of life when they're in the club. And the minute you get them out of the club, it's like they depressed. The minute they don't have something to drink, they're depressed, they're overly emotional and aggressive, and they hate the world. But as soon as they get some alcohol and in the club, it's like, okay, turn up. We lit. We outside. I'm living my best life. Well, a lot of people live their best life sometimes under the worst conditions. So if you guys don't want to be, a victim of not seeing the details, because that's what this is, a victim not seeing the details. To go from party life and fun to now, that's getting stripped away. Come on, man, that's a lot. That's a lot. And some people, when they feel like they're in the prime of their life, they at a high pinnacle in their life, they want to get out. They want to kind of, show off their bodies, show off their new teeth, and show off whatever, and they want to get out. And you have to realize what it is you're getting into. And I think that for both of them, they're just two sides of a coin, and I don't think that she's a bad person. I don't think he's a bad person. I just think that they're two sides of a coin. Maybe she wants a bad boy. Maybe she wants someone that, drops the F-bomb every now and then. Maybe she doesn't want to go to church on Saturday and read hymns all the time. I mean, who knows? But in order for you not to be taken advantage of as a nice person, look at the signs, look at the messages, the red flags. Stop being blinded because you're afraid to be alone, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for the super chats. Everybody that took the time to comment and be an asset to the conversation. You guys are a big, major blessing, and I'm hoping that we continue to build and continue to grow. This platform is something special, and every time I look at it and I sit down and I see comments that come in that gives their feedback on the situation, it's always exciting to hear you guys. Refuse to lose. I'm just about to end the show, refuse to lose. But again, I appreciate you guys. Definitely appreciate you guys. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, you guys, man, if you are in relationships or whatever, make sure that you demand consistency from your partner. You demand compliments, you demand gifts, you demand, spontaneous things. You demand the person in that relationship to be present with you, not just there, but to be present, to be consistent, to have conversations, to just as much as they like the party, they should be including you. And then here's the thing, I'm gonna say something about this right here. Don't be the type of person that when it comes to having fun, not only do you don't include the person that you're dealing with, but you're not the one bringing up anything. Like, hey, you don't have no suggestions. Let's go to the zoo. Let's go to the museum. Let's go out of town. Like, if you're a person that say you love to do all of these things and be spontaneous, well, you should be bringing something to the table that promotes being spontaneous. Don't just be spontaneous for yourself. And that's what I see in a lot of relationships, especially when I talk to couples. Like, it's always one person that wants to be spontaneous for themselves, or better yet, when they get out the relationship, now they want to be super spontaneous. And I always frown at that. I'm like, yeah, now you living your best life. You see him, you see her. Oh, now I'm gonna start working out. Now I'm gonna start traveling. You always hear those people, like so many movies out there like that, right? How Stella got a groove back. It's like you get out the relationship, you were boring in a relationship. You were lackluster in a relationship. You was lazy in a relationship. You lack spontaneity in a relationship. You lack consistency in a relationship. But then when you get out the relationship, it's like, this is the best version of you. Like, I'm gonna get my hair done, my nails done. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna start working out. I'm gonna fix my car. I'm gonna get me a house. It's just like when you get out the relationship, now this is the best version of you. Well, here's the thing for the men and the women that get out of relationships and now they want to be the best version of them. You robbed the person that you was with. You robbed the person that you was with. If you were so busy trying to not be 100 in a relationship, and then when you got out the relationship, now you on 110, I mean, that's something to think about. You're right, refuse to lose. You know, I think a lot of people date backwards. They date backwards. Salute, salute. I think they date backwards. I think they get in a relationship, they're not healed from the last relationship, and then they get to a point where they're in the new relationship and they expect the other person to be everything for that relationship. Then when they get out that relationship, now they want to start working on themselves when now they're single. Man, I think it's interesting, man. I'm telling you, I think it's interesting. I talk to women, you know what I'm saying, and it just be interesting, like at what stage of life that I catch them at. You know what I'm saying? They didn't heal from the first relationship, so they jumped into another relationship that became a situationship. Got out of that relationship, and now that they're single, now they want to say, "Now I'm working out. Now I'm doing this. Now I'm doing that." But they weren't productive in the last situation. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't present in the last situation. And that's what I'm saying right now. If you're going to date, ladies and gentlemen, be present in that relationship. Be consistent in that relationship. Be consistent. And I'm not saying that you got to be rich. I'm not saying you got to be overwhelmingly amazing. I'm just going to say be present. How you doing? How's your day going? You know what I'm saying? And be there. Don't be playing on the phone. Don't be watching a game. Don't be, doing look that person eye to eye. Sit down with them. Make some time to have that conversation. Because if you don't, ladies and gentlemen, somebody else will. Adult up. It's Mario J. I'm out. Peace.